Okay, now we're into a little bit of, where am I going? Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Now this game does not have FSR or XeSS, so we just need to use crappy scaling. Now you can inject it though. You can just inject FSR into this game and or XeSS, and I highly recommend you do that because it uses TAUU. So it looks like garbage on these, but it will still give us an idea of the performance. So if you're not a tinkerer, sure, you could just use it, but I would highly recommend, if you are willing, to inject it. Try native as well. Now there will be pop-in. There's always pop-in in comp, so you just do a little run around. It's just a game engine thing. It is what it is. I mean, it's a great game. I need to play further, but I mean, I grew up on the original Final Fantasy, so I'm kind of saving it to be like, because I just want to sit down and just really absorb the game. I don't want to like pop in and out when I'm busy kind of stuff, so. Okay, so that's a good run. So this game runs very bad on the Steam Deck, like really bad on the Steam Deck. And to be quite honest, and I will be frank here, it runs pretty freaking bad on the Legion Go 1 and the Ally 1. Part of that is just raw performance on the iGPU, but I think it's also VRAM. Like we're down at low with scaling, we're at 6 gigabytes. And system memory is at 14. I'd have a few things open, but I mean, that is definitely more than 16 gigabytes, right? So it's just a very hard game to run on last-gen hardware, right? I've tested on the Legion Go S, which does have the Z1 Extreme and 32 gigabytes, and it runs well enough. Massively better than the original Legion Go ROG Ally. So these are the type games where it's like they're nigh unplayable on last-gen hardware, and then you can get yourself into something like this, like the Legion Go here, and really actually enjoy the game. And this is a very hard area to run in the game, and it's a very hard game to run. So those lows are just because of the pop-in of the first run through. Like watch this. Let's see. I don't expect it to go all the way down to 9 again. It might, but yeah, see how much better it is, even with all these NPCs. It's doing a lot better. It's just a game engine thing. When you first go to an area, loading in the assets just obliterates performance. And then after that, it's fine. Okay, here we're in a little outdoor area. Again, we'll get that traversal stutter. When you first go to an area, see, it's just like bleh, bleh, bleh. Just the way that it is, unfortunately. And it's not like, oh, it's an AMD handheld. Get this. It's like, I've tried this. I played a fair bit, actually, on a 5070. I did not mean to do that. On a 5070 Ti desktop. And it's still, you get that, like, you get those lows like that. Just the way that it is. Okay, let's do some Spider-Man. This is actually on medium. We do have balanced scaling. XeSS balanced. We're on medium. We'll just see where we're at. It's not bad. I'm probably going to lower the settings a bit. Yeah, I don't want to be higher, so let's come down here. We'll go, let's try low. So we'll come down here. Oh, what? Okay, we'll come in here, we'll go low. See there. Is there anything I want to turn up? Ray tracing, level of detail low. We can leave these up, like crowd density, traffic density, a little bit higher. Turn some of these other things down low. And again, we only have balanced scaling right now. Yeah, it's not bad. We're at 25. Let's try turning it all the way up, see what we can get full bore. So now we're back to low, but we have full performance. So 25 was running okay, but it was a little, the settings, the performance was a little bit low for me. This is better, you know, 40, 45, that's way better, to be honest. Where am I going here? I'm going the wrong way. It's running well. I obviously lost the save on this as well. It's okay. Yeah, this is running really well. Again, we don't have the scaling turned way up. It's unbalanced. It's XeSS as well, so it looks really good. You could go higher. You could go with, you know, performance scaling if need be. But this is running well enough. I would say I'd probably just play like this for now. Okay, we'll do a little bit of Path of Exile here. I haven't played. I really need to play Path of Exile 2 a lot more. Because I mean, like Diablo 2 is one of my favorite games ever, and I did enjoy Diablo 4 well enough. Now, unfortunately, I've been having issues with getting MSI Afterburner to run in this game. I don't know why. Not too sure. But so we're just going to use the little like Windows thing here. Could still get our performance rate. We should probably check our settings. I'm just going to like play. So we're at 1200p upscale. We'll go XeSS. I mean, we don't need a ton, but we can if that quality. Sure, let's put on balance. This game you probably do want to actually have decent FPS. So that's balanced scaling on medium. It's actually like medium, low, high. It's a weird mix, sure. Let's just go like that. Yeah, sure, like that, I suppose. Kind of a mixed bag. Yeah, so that's that there. Let's check what this lighting does. See if I turn that down to low. What does that do? Oh, big jump, actually. Oh, big jump. Yeah, 10. 10 from lighting. 5 to 10. Yeah, let's just turn that down. Go with that there. Okay, so we'll just do like that. That's a pretty decent performance, and pretty respectable setup in terms of Mighty Burrow. Yeah, pretty respectable settings. You know, I'm not cranking it all the way down to like ultra low. So that's that, and then that's my thing. I haven't played this for so long. Probably turn it down. It's so loud. Okay. Take the Den of Evil. Oh, I'm gonna die. Okay, we'll do a little bit of Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remaster. This game's actually very hard to run, but once it does run, it's very enjoyable. So, come here. Look here, it can be very easy to miss settings and kind of have this thing be screwed up. So we'll go full screen, 1200p obviously. Okay, I like to turn that up a little bit. That's just for me. Motion blur off. Screen space reflections off, obviously. Quality low. We might be able to play with some of these. FSR or XeSS, it's your choice. Once again, I prefer XeSS because I can turn it up. But in this game, I've actually found FSR to look pretty good, to be honest. It's just what I've detected. Oh, it would help if I did this. There we go. We can play with the settings later, but I mean, we're not going to be running this at 15 watts. So XeSS performance, low settings. I mean, it's good performance, especially for this game. This game is very hard to run. It does have frame gen. And again, as I said before, and I may say again, once I'm at 40, 45, usually 50. I'm okay with frame gen. So the outdoor areas, I've used it. It's okay. Indoor areas, you know, in the actual capitals and that, yeah, I'd use frame gen, no problem. So let's stand here. Now this game is very GPU heavy. So we'll come in here, 44. Yeah, we are losing some performance by going down. Not a ton, but a little bit. So that's 45. Yeah, I mean, it does help in some cases to get that extra watts. Not every game. Some games it makes no difference. If you watch my review and you watch my previous comparison video, some games it just really doesn't matter. But in some games it can help. Right? You don't have to, but that just means it's performing better than its counterparts to have access to that extra watts. And I mean, this game is actually very enjoyable. I do want to be above 30, personally. 30 locked, it's okay. But there is a big difference between 30 and 40, to be honest. If you play games on handhelds like this and you go from 30 to 40, 45, you will notice. I'm okay with 30, depending on the game especially. But there is cases where you go from 30, even 35, especially 40, and like, it feels much more natural and more enjoyable. Brother Martin. Yeah, you can see it runs, I mean, it does run better in the towns and the cities and that, with more limited draw distance. And then when I'm in here, sometimes, like I'm in dungeons and that, indoors, I actually will throw in frame gen, sometimes, or just play like this and you get really good performance, right? So it's going to be very enjoyable. And I actually notice, I mean, I've done a little bit of gaming on this handheld. I've played most of this game that I've played so far on this device back here, which has the same iGPU and similar performance overall. And I have no problems with playing it on the 890M iGPU. I actually have never played this for personal, like a benchmark, but I've never actually played it on anything other than an 890M and a PlayStation 3. So maybe I'm just used to it being lower spec.